Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatchTix.com. We recently reviewed the UDFiNE Power 2 Beautiful Adventurers Ruggedized Smartwatch. Today we're going to take a look at the Starry 2 from UDFiNE, much less expensive and equally capable. Just to point things out, they both use satellite systems with GPS in them. A little bit more dual band 6 satellite system in the Power 2. We got a 5 satellite one. Does a good job connecting in and good accuracy from what I've found. Bluetooth 5.3s in both of these. You got 110 sports, a little bit more, 170. What you got with the Power 2 is some additions like an altimeter, barometer, really cool compass in here, some AI, some onboard memory. You can hold watch faces and music and stuff like that. They both do Bluetooth calling. Everything else is great. We are going to dive into this one. I just wanted to point that out because I do have the Power 2 review already up, and compare the two. See which one fits you the best. The Power 2 is a round one, and this one is more of a rectangular one. The little module is right in here, and as usual, they advise you to fully recharge it before using it, which I did, and I've been getting quite a bit of life out of it. You got a set of bands in here that we add to it, and I'll show you the rest of the box after we tell you that it's available directly from the UDFiNE website. $53 or so it's coming in for, and I got a coupon discount for you in the show notes, so be sure to use our link and the discount. This is discount beyond what their introductory prices are right now. They're not doing major discounts on them. So the only way you can get this special deal is with a click in the show notes here in our coupon. Okay, the Starry 2, directly from the company, and it's similar to, like I said, the Power 2. Power 2's coming in at about $97. So you see the price savings that you're getting there, but you're still getting good GPS and all kinds of other capabilities. It's a 1.93-inch diagonal watch with 2 buttons on it. TFT screen, not AMOLED. This is where we're saving some money. So if you don't need all of that 1000 nits brightness, you've got a decent watch here with 320 by 380 resolution and a 1 atmosphere water resistance, I'm going to say, not really waterproofing. Not a good idea to swim with this one overall, but it should withstand rain and things like that. 10 days battery life, 20 to 25 days in standby mode, 375 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. We talked about the sports modes. You've got the different satellites in here. These are the languages supported and the main functions you're about to see as we go through the review. When you pull out all the cardboard, you get yourself a little box here that when you open, you find a 2-pin magnetic coupled charger unit to it. Goes on one way, and this is really, really good and strong. I don't have the bands on it, but you can see I can whip it around without any trouble. Well, it did kind of come off, but once you got it on, it'll stay on. We'll load up the bands on it in just a minute. And finally, inside here is the little manual. This is the user manual for the Starry 2. Some basic notes and warranty information. A warranty card and a QR code to download other languages of this manual if you'd like. Now, when you get into the info, you notice it pairs with UDFiNE. We've reviewed that a lot. Very common app. It's okay. Does a good job. But this is how you'll get it connected. These are some color pictures of what you'll see in the different aspects of the display. Of course, you've got your step count information, heart rate, all these types of things are built in. Sleep time. These are the different screens that cover those. Much better to see them actually on the watch itself. You got remote shutter and a music player that'll stream music paired from your watch. No onboard music storage on this one. Basic calculator built into it as well. And then we're into another language. Okay, let's check this thing out. Now, I got to tell you, this is a really lightweight watch compared to many of them. It's sort of in the Apple size and shape with a round knob and a pill button down there, speakers over here. Press on the crown, give it a second or two to activate, And still waiting. There it was, a vibration. You got the logo coming up, and then it snaps into their default watch face, the one they're showing on the box. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. It just updated itself, tied to the app. It's 210, okay. And its seconds are on this particular hand. Power level is shown as well. We'll get into more detail on the faces. Let me show you how it works. You got all your connectivity here, power level, these different controls. You got a flashlight on here that lights it up, and brightness is really, really low. There's as low as it'll go. And when you power it up, it's super bright. It is easily readable outside. Don't know if it's a full 1,000 nits or not. And look at the clarity. It is a decent TFT display. So if you don't need all the extra cost of an AMOLED, this might get you by. Flashlight, like I said, is there. It can turn it on and off, and it illuminates easily at night. You can see around the room. Do not disturb is available. And then you got settings. We'll go through all of these a little bit later. When you swipe up, you're going to get messages sent from your phone, if you have any, when you set that whole thing up after you paired it to the app. Off to the right, you get a little pull-out screen, shows you date and time and temperature. All your most recently used apps show up there. When you go off to the left now, we got our activity wheel showing, filling in the circles, so to speak, for your step count, calories burned, and exercise. Shows you the summary and numbers against your goal, and it'll show you your hourly averages. Pretty neat. Also shows you your 7 days record. I've only got this 1 day on here because we got a lot of watches to review, so I'm moving through them. Last night's sleep time total is shown. When you went to bed, when you woke up. As you go deeper, you get into the actual graph that shows you your awake, your dream, REM sleep, light, and restful. Not much you can do with this one, but just kind of get an idea. Oh yeah, I was up 3 times during the night. I remember that. If you have an app, the nap data will show up in here as well. Now, heart rate. When you cover the diodes in the back, the green ones for the heart rate, it's always green for that. You'll get an instantaneous heart rate. It's showing you your maximum and minimum. Your 24-hour, your heart rate zones are displayed. Very nice. There's my actual heart rate at the moment. Come over one more. Now we're doing blood oxygen with the red diode. Oh, was off too long from covering it, and it'll tell you that you need to have it properly on your arm. Now I'm simulating it being on your arm. For those not familiar, anywhere on your body where you got capillaries running, you can get a heart rate, blood oxygen, all that stuff simply by covering it. So I'm doing that with my finger. And those of you who got tattoos, different body colors and flesh, whitish, there can be a better accurate reading if you take it off your arm and put it on this fleshy part of your palm. Little trick in the trade here. There's no hair, normally no tattoos. Our body colors are pretty similar right here in the palms, so you can get a good accurate reading if you think you're getting funny readings on your arm. There's your blood oxygen. It's showing you the basic last 7 days records. It's not doing a 24-hour one, but it will give you your max and your min. It takes longer to settle down on this and give you your readings, so you want to be still when you're doing blood oxygen. Now, stress, based on like heart rate variability, is also looking at your heart rate now, your pulse rate, but it's giving you a maximum, minimum in terms of how fatigued you are. The lower, the blue, is where you want to be in a relaxed state, and if you're, anxious and whatnot, stressed, it'll be up in the orange, whereas nothing is where I took the watch off. Interesting. That's good. It doesn't track erroneous data. And then here's the percentage of times you've been in those different zones. Now we slide off one more, and it's showing you your weather in your area. I know, everybody. Why don't you want us to know where you are? Well, you're all going to want to come visit me. It's giving you your temperature, then it gets into your forecast. I wouldn't mind you visiting me, but not all at once. Your forecast information is in here. More information, of course, in the app. And then we're back to your overall watch face. So we've covered all the directions. We got 2 buttons on this one. You press the bottom one. You get into your GPS, walking, running, cycling, and then all these other things here. Oh, you do have trail running under GPS. GPS on foot. Okay. Then there's your basic walking, running, cycling without GPS. So if you're wanting to get your track and follow your track and get more accurate overall data, you'll probably pick from those first ones that say they're GPS invoked. And you'll know when you touch it, oh, I can set a time, calories, distance, or no goal at all. You'll know when you touch it because you'll see this happening. You'll see this flashing. That's attempting to acquire the GPS. Once it's got it, it'll lock in. Then you can hit start and have the GPS track running for you. We're not going to do that right now, but I am going to show you some results of some GPS tracks later on. So we got to that by pushing this bottom button. Pushing the top button now gets us into our overall app drawer. Activity we saw, sleep, heart rate we saw, phone calls is basically your Bluetooth connected calling. You can get dial pad, your recent calls, and your contacts when you transfer those over. Simple stuff. Exercise now. Here are the ones that we just did by pushing the bottom button. Blood oxygen and stress and weather. So all those you've already seen. Messages sent from your phone as well. Here's remote shutter, gives you a button, and you can tap the button and take a picture with your phone. When you're running the app, it'll launch into camera, and you can do that. There's the overall music player now. Let's see if we can get a sample of the music so you can hear what the speaker sounds like. How about some streaming radio? Sure, why not? Tap the play button. Once you're connected, there you go. Nice and loud on this one. That's full volume. I can cover the speaker right here and instantly mute it if I want to. Really, really good quality. I like the speaker on this one. Now, after the speaker and the music, we've got relaxation, stressed or falling asleep. These are different breathing rates. For the video, we'll go stress, so it'll move faster. You see the circle getting bigger and then coming back down. It's asking you to focus on your breath, and then it begins. The inhale, it vibrated, and at the top, exhale, and it vibrates again. So you can close your eyes and just feel for the vibration if you'd like, or you can watch what's happening on the screen and trace it that way. You can set, several minutes if you'd like to on this one. And of course, you can go even longer, deeper breaths if you're doing this for falling asleep. Here's your AI voice, which is not really AI, it's Siri or Google that you'll activate when you're paired to your Android or your Apple phone. iPhone, yes, it's still called an iPhone. Basic countdown timers, alarms. Here's a stopwatch. We like to test to see if it can run in the background. It doesn't seem we can leave it. We can hit lap. We touch that, nothing happens. We touch that, nothing happens. So for this one, you got to stop it. When we leave it and we come back into it, it resets. So you do not have running in the background as a capability there. You got world clock, though, and you can put in your location. Shenzhen is where I set it for, which is where these watches are made. That way I can track when my partners are awake over there. Ladies, your cycle tracking is in here. You set that up in the app, which I did do, and you can, I register these as female, so that makes sure that shows up. Some watches, if you register the app or the watch as male, you won't even get this. But ladies, I know you guys are interested in this, so here's today, there's tomorrow. It's cycling through all, you see the colors changing. You know what all that means. Fine phone, calculator. You got a nice large digit calculator and easy to use, basic stuff. Then you got games. In here, we've got Young Bird, Puzzle, 2048, Battleship, Hamster, and we're back again. You can play any of those on the watch. Exit out of there. And then settings, we mentioned would come back to that. You got your display overall brightness we showed you. Sleep time, you can set from as low as 5 seconds to 30. Let's go to 10. Watch faces, we showed you the first one. Let's show you the rest of the stock ones. Now this is an interesting one. You've got your time, and this is a large display of your step count. So if you're really into doing the workout activity, you've got that, your power level. Now in terms of active buttons, when you touch the button, you can go right over and start a workout from this particular watch face. Weather, calories, none of the other stuff works, but that one does. So that's a sports face. This is a odd one. These are stock ones. You can't take them out or change them, but you have this. Anybody know what that is? I'm sorry, I'm not following sports enough to recognize that. Here's another one with time and all of your data here. There's a music player that you can activate, and there's an alarm you can activate on a button from this one. And there's your power level indicator there. And then this one's just a busy one. Your date, time is way over here. Heart rate, step count, power level. And again, you can activate that one. And I think that's the only button that will get you into your workouts. So another one, that's a lot of data on there. And then a fine colorful one that you can change the background picture, and contour it how you would like. And then one downloadable face from their store. I picked this one to demo for you because I never seen something like this. Look, you can even see the crunching in the paper. It's a little newspaper showing you the time and the date, and nothing is touchable on here. But just a fun little representation on a watch face. We were doing the settings in display when we got there, weren't we? The last thing is your menu. You have list view, helm, they call it, full moon. I'm glad we're finally getting names for all of these. Crescent, surface, okay, parallel. They'll all be scrolling up and down 3 to a row. A grid view where they're all changed as a page. The honeycomb. Thank you, Apple, for inventing the honeycomb. And we're back to list view. And that's all in the settings, which we are looking at here, which was in the display. Then vibration, mode, and intensity you've got. Encoder vibration, I honestly don't know what that is. I'll put it in the show notes if I can find out. I'll ask these guys what an encoder vibration is. Wrist raise, that's twist your wrist to light the screen up. You got do not disturb mode and low power mode to save on that and not interrupt you if you want. You want to make sure phone is on, and you got to turn media audio on if you want to play media like you saw through the speaker in the watch from what you have on your phone. By the way, it's not just limited to music. You can be doing podcasts. You can be streaming, whatever you've got that normally you would play on your phone, you can play it through your watch once you're paired and you have that connected. Phone reset, not going to do that. EPO update, this has to do with the GPS acquiring the satellite positions, and important on that to give you a fast connection to GPS. Always make sure when you're going to do a workout that invokes GPS that you start it before you begin your run, walk, or cycling, and give it a chance to lock up. You can reset, power off, restart. Reset is like factory resetting the watch. And I advise you, when you get it out of the box, do that one time just to clean it up in case there's any lost fragments in there in software. Version on this, it's the UDFiNE Starry 2, and that's the version. The app download gives you this QR code for UDFiT, and we're going to take a look at that right now. Here from the Google Play Store is UDFiT. That's what the thumbnail looks like. You get this whole thing in and install it, then you can open it. When you do, you land on the home page. If you've got it all set up, your watch is paired, and you've already synchronized your data, which we've done. So I'm going to run into this for you. UDFiT's been around for 100 years. Well, watches haven't been here that long. It's been quite a while. So we've reviewed this a lot. You've got step count. You've got this hourly step count. You've got all the basic information. And this is one of the few apps that tries to compare you against other people to see how you're doing. I'm in the lower 3,000, steps per day, I guess. So that's kind of unique on this one. Last night's sleep time. Here you're getting that bigger chart. You touch it, nothing's happening on here to show you the actual times of these, but you do have your fall asleep, wake up, and the color coding of what these are, how much time you spent in each of those. It's not picking up my awake time. I get those 3 are, but it's not giving me an awake on here, so I guess a very small percentage. An overall sleep score, your heart rate, last 7 days, and where you fit on people going to bed early, getting up early, sleeping less, less than the average. That's interesting too. Don't know the demographics they're talking about, if that's everybody in the world, if that's men, women, age bracket, but it's something to take a look at. Heart rate. Here we go. Learn heart rate data analysis. There's no chart showing up on here, but it's telling you about it. I'm currently in light, and there's my heart rate, and I can measure it here. There's my last 7 trends. Then I've got, okay, that's the instantaneous heart rate. This is the full day heart rate. Here's the 24-hour chart, and it's showing you where you are. And again, most apps now, especially to fit being around as long as it has, most of them you touch it and you can find out what the heart rate is at that particular time, and even touch and hold and slide it. I hope they'll improve this eventually to be able to do that, because that's a nice feature, especially if you tend to have blood oxygen issues or something. You may want to see what your heart rate is doing during the night. Blood oxygen, like I mentioned, it's not doing 24-hour on here, but it does give you your trends when you take it, and you can measure it from the phone. Stress, we talked about that. It's a more colorful chart on the watch than it is here in the app. And again, I'm not able to tell you where the numbers are, and there's no scale on here, but you can take a measurement and it's giving you overall ratios. So if you're not really a data freak and monitoring these things right to the detail, and you just want the gross numbers, this will do it for you. Ladies, your cycle is here. It's showing you the whole week there. You can enter your weight manually, and it'll track that. And you can also do your intake for water and specify when you've added it if you're trying to reach a specific amount of hydration throughout the day. And that's it for these cards. Now, when you go to this next tab, it's gonna, oh, I guess I can show you this part. We went to the next tab. It shows you these classes. So it's got a bunch of classes in here that you can take. When I go to the workout up here, now follow me on this, because this is the only way you can get to your GPS tracks. I'm going to touch workout. Got to cover the map, because it's literally right where I am, and I can't move. If I move it off of that to try to show you, it snaps right back. Sorry, but no can't see. So I've got 95 minutes and 8 times listed in here. I'm going to tap that button that says View Training Records, and now I come over to my overall exercise records. I'm going to list all of them because I'll show you one of them here. Well, this one I just did today is just walking around my house. And if I zoomed out on this, you'd see me and my streets and my neighborhood and everything. But this is a close-up of just walking around. So it's got a pretty darn good GPS accuracy. The house is right there. What you get on this in terms of data, though, is time and pace and these things. You get heart rate data analysis. You have your overall pace chart by minute or by second, I guess. You got steps and stride. So you get a lot of really good data, and you can download screenshots of all of this stuff. That's just the map. I can't make the Google map in satellite version. You're just getting the basic Google map. This GPS running, this is it. Okay, we got a running one here where you can now see the track, where it starts, where it goes. And that's basically it. It's not color coded. Some apps are showing you by changing the color how fast you're going. Really good when you're doing cycling. You can slide up and get more information. And just like walking, you're getting basically the same style, steps and stride and so forth. Cycling will give you a bit different data. This will zero you in on where you are in the overall map by positioning it. But that's it. I can't change the map to a different style of map. But that's how you get basically in your exercise records from that second tab that was on here. Now backing all the way out, if I come over here to the watch, it shows you a picture of it, some information, it's connected. Nothing happens here except remove if you want to take it off. Here's the watch faces, the stock ones. And then the face gallery, like I said, you can put one watch face in here from the selection of all of these. You got different categories, and you can expand them. Give it a moment for the server to load up the thumbnails for you, and brilliant colors on a lot of these. That's what they're calling art. Here's some new watch faces. This is where I got the newspaper from. And recommended, funny, colorful numbers, active, classic. There's not a huge amount of them. Oftentimes I'll put a dark one like one of these for nighttime as my watch face so I can see the time and it's not too overall bright even when it's dimmed down. Modern. Let's just finish up with this. There's some modern watch faces. It's fun to watch all the different face designs different companies implement. They've gone really crazy on this, and it would be great if they were interchangeable, but so far haven't seen that happen. Face gallery. You got notifications. This is where you turn on and off which apps you would like to have push information to your watch. You can find it when I do that. You hear it chiming. Do it again. Do it again. There you go. Alarms, the world clocks where you set all that stuff up. E-cards for your social media, your contacts. Others is where you get your time, your units, your language. This is a quick view valid period, so twist your wrist will not light up during the night if you want to. And here's where you can control the phone music, synchronously display phone music information on the smartwatch. So if you got that all set up and you turn on all the permissions, it'll push the music you're listening to the watch so you can read about it. Then you get into the weather where you have your temperature and it's picking up the city from where I'm located. And when I go in there, you're supposed to be able to type in any city or town you want. It doesn't seem to be working, which is why I'm having to hide where I'm at because that's the only one I can show you. Finally, you get into health. This is your SOS emergency contact. You want to make sure you turn these puppies on if you want to get all of the health data recorded, but it's going to eat into your battery life. This is where you set up your physiological cycle information, and you can reset everything down there as well. And that's about it. There's an upgrade. Then you jump over here. There's your overall profile, goals. You can connect to Google Fit or Strava, guys. This does work with Strava. Some about, help, and feedback. And that is, again, the UDFiNE app. So let's summarize. The UDFiNE Watch Starry 2. It's a nice compromise watch between price and capabilities. You're getting GPS in this one, a good quality one, ability to do tracking with all of that. And you've got a very nicely two-tone designed smartwatch. You're not getting a whole adventurer's watch with compass and altimeter and hardened where you could hit it with a hammer, but you do have a decent wearable Apple kind of looking module watch, but it's different. You know, somebody would double take to say, wait a minute, that's not an Apple. That's something different. You got a few different watch faces, some custom ones you can put in like I just showed you. And overall, it's lightweight, easy to use, long battery life on it. Pretty impressed with it. If you want something in about the $50 range with GPS, this is a good way to go. It's the UDFiNE Watch Starry 2 from the UDFiNE. This is their website. Head on over and check it out along with their other ones. And I got a really nice discount for you. Make sure you use our coupon discount you'll find in the show notes. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.